ESPN coverage is streaming live on the ESPN app. Download now and take ESPN everywhere.
This halftime report is presented by Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Touchdown pass for Baker Mayfield. Jalen Hurts, he's going to walk in on play action. Touchdown. It's 20 time here in Georgia.
Well, earlier through the military bowl, Zach, A.B., and Malcolm Perry. 27 after playing 3 games. You notice Joey G absent when it comes to picking a winner in Stanford TCU. That's because he is calling that game tonight, the Valero Alamo Bowl, which will be the 3rd game of our triple header. Your second half is on the way. We'll just enjoy the pageantry.
Really? Please.
This is not a game. We're part-time in your uncle's shop, and it's bigger than any Little League trophy. It's nothing like fireworks on the 4th of July, 2-a-days with your varsity football team, for the first time you stayed out all night. Out here, it's not where the sea takes you, but who it makes you. Start your journey at Navy.com.
Resolution number 1, binge more. Join the Uncarrier and get 4 unlimited lines for only $40 each. Plus, Netflix for the whole family on us. So they get their shows,
Let's go, girl. You're gonna love this thing.
and you get yours. Watch however you want on your phone, tablet, or TV for just $40 per line with no extra charges. All on America's best unlimited network, T-Mobile.
I'm getting my degree in industrial engineering and management. It's something that I have a passion for.
To take on such a hard task and stick with it.
When I mentioned UMUC, everybody's eyes lit up in the room because they knew that that program had a good reputation in the industry. That program had a good reputation in the industry.
The real-life experience of my teachers at UMUC was absolutely invaluable.
Literally every class that I had applied to what I was doing every day at work. The fact that UMUC is part of the University System of Maryland means that it's a quality education.
Learn how University of Maryland University College can work for you. Visit umUC.edu.
I bought a 2017 Subaru Outback at Ultimate Subaru, and it was an SUV with all the bells and whistles that I wanted on it. Most of all, I really like the cruise control. When you're driving too close to another vehicle, it automatically brakes for you. They're beyond cutting edge. They really are. The quality is there. You can feel it when you're driving, and that's important.
Come see Ultimate Subaru during the Subaru Share the Love event, Route 1, Fredericksburg.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
And we welcome you back to the Camping World Bowl, part of Capital One Bowl Mania. The Orlando Eye. We're a short distance away from the Camping World Stadium and the Camping World Bowl tonight. Oklahoma State with the lead. Touchdown in the final minute of that first half. 13-7 over Virginia Tech. This is the first matchup of the bowl season between a couple of ranked opponents. Beth Mullins, Anthony Beck, Rocky Boyman is also with us tonight. Virginia Tech did what they wanted to do, run the ball, control the clock, and yet they still find themselves down.
You're right. They had a crucial turnover late on a long drive. I believe it was 18 plays, keeping the ball out of the hands of Oklahoma State's offense, but you've seen when they do get the football, they can get down the field quickly. Low-scoring game. I expect to see in the second half trying to get a little better against what this rushing attack has been, and also for Oklahoma State, when they get the ball, look for some big explosive plays down the field.
Shedding a couple of tackles, waving his way out across the 20 is James Clark. And hauled down at the 31. The keys to the game brought to you by Franklin American Mortgage Company.
Well, you can't make a mistake. When you only have the ball a few times and you're driving down the field, running all those plays, you got to punch it in. Crucial mistake. Oklahoma State takes advantage, and of course, we talked about it. Up front, defensive line, linebackers, you've got to make the tackles. You've got to stop the run, slow it down. 162 rush yards, Beth, on 31 carries in the first half. Has really been the difference right now and why this score is so low, and Virginia Tech still find themselves close in this game.
And it was Josh Jackson with a 13-yard touchdown run. The lone score up on the board for the Hokies. Jalen Holston, we've seen Holston, Peoples, and McLeese all in the backfield tonight. Play action. Incomplete. And that pass intended to Henry Murphy. Let's check in with Rocky Boyman.
Yeah, guys, I caught up with Justin Fuente. He said, look, our game plan could not have worked out more perfectly in the first half. We just got to finish. Now, defensively, he said they got a couple of times caught out of alignment, which led to some of those big plays. They got to make sure their alignments with this quick tempo is where it needs to be.
Thank you, Rocky. Both teams coming in. Holston gets the call. Incidentally, Virginia Tech will be coming back to the Sunshine State to start out the new year. Their opener next year is against Florida State, so they'll be jumping right into the ACC.
And this is exactly what the defense of Oklahoma State wanted to do. I think winning on first down was crucial. When they won first and second down, third and long puts a little more pressure back on the quarterback to make throws. They now hasn't connected too well with these young receivers. Let's see who can make a play.
Murphy and Savoy go to the top of the screen. Jackson with time and incomplete out to midfield. Ramon Richards was there. The intended receiver was Henry Murphy, and it's fourth down.
Great coverage on the back end. Played a little bit of a zone man mix there. Able to get some pressure. And again, you don't have to sack the quarterback fast to be effective. But if you get in his face on Virginia Tech, fourth down. A sideline warning there, but against Virginia Tech. But again, if you can just disrupt the action of the throw and then also have good coverage on the back end, that's a recipe.
Oklahoma State, there certainly wasn't much ball control that time. And Stoner taken down immediately. Dion Newsom had the coverage, 46 yards on the punt, no return. How about that last drive?
Yeah, I mean, it was Marcel Aitman getting the ball here, but nice job in the pocket by Rudolph. A strong throw to the outside. That's the first pass. And then you go to your big 6'4" receiver on the outside, the fifth-year senior, put up big numbers along with Washington. And then Justice Hill has been a de facto in this game. Almost halfway through his season average, having great balance offensively.
And I expect more of that out of Marcel Aitman this half here. In the first half, Virginia Tech's defense clearly rolling to James Washington. A lot of one-on-one opportunities for Aitman. He's got to take advantage.
Only 3 targets for Washington. With 1 catch. Justice Hill. Nowhere to go on the near side. That go-ahead drive, by the way, to end that first half, they went 81 yards in just 39 seconds. And 4 plays to grab the lead. The end of an era at Oklahoma State. The winningest quarterback in school history, Mason Rudolph, ending his career here tonight. The senior out of Rock Hill, South Carolina, and the top passer in the country this year.
A little too much time in the backfield in protection, and they're going to get a hold. Talked about a quiet day for Washington. Only one catch for no yards, man.
Holding. Offense number 16. That penalty's declined. Third down.
Well, there's a former outstanding Cowboy quarterback, and when he talks about Mason Rudolph, he says he's probably the most NFL-ready guy that we've ever had here at Oklahoma State.
Well, he talked about how he does translate. This used to be an air raid offense. Well, they've kind of transitioned out of that, done some RPO things, run pass options, but allow him to see the coverages and read the field a little more, give him more opportunities to make those play calls and change it up.
On 3rd and 9, they'll extend the drive and a first down throw. The second catch of the day for the Cowboy back, Britton Avenue, 2-0 here.
Well, sometimes when you run plays, you got all these great receivers, you know who you lose track of. The fullback on the inside plays a little tight end. He's kind of that Cowboy back for them. Does a nice job.
Quick hit from Marcel Aitman out across midfield, thrown down by Greg Stroman after a gain of 15. And that will put Marcel over 100 yards receiving today. It was fun talking to Mike Gundy about their intentions with this offense and the changes that you referenced over the years to come up with new things. It's going to be a false start here.
False start. Offense number 3. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Said we're looking for space, and we're talking about getting guys into space really, really fast. It's almost like we're playing against a 2-3 zone, and we want to find those openings in the zone. And this is what Gundy talked about watching Pittsburgh in New England last week.
Well, you know, there's always this big disconnect between college, and folks don't see those plays that they see in college. Well, you do see New England, you do see Pittsburgh run these kind of plays, and he believes in Mason Rudolph and what he can do to help the football team.
And there goes Rudolph all the way down inside the 30-yard line and a run of 20.
And that's one thing you wouldn't commonly see out of Mason Rudolph, but what happens is when you get man-to-man coverage, and now the backs of all the defenders are running down the field, if there's a gap and a hole, you take off and run. Big play by Rudolph.
Quick to the line. Hill held up by Deion Newsom, and Matua Pawaka coming in to help.
Again, see all the defenders. No one's home. Linebackers getting pulled out by the backs. When you see an opening, it's a good heads-up play by Rudolph. That could come up even more. Again, taking advantage of man-to-man across the board.
18 yards rushing, 182 yards passing so far for Mason. And throw it again. Getting some space for James Washington.
Finally get some yards. So long arms for this young man. He's only 6 foot, but he's got tremendous reach. And he is fast. Excellent at the top of his routes. He can really separate on some of those cuts in and out, comebacks and curls. Making short that method. Stoner was in. See it from the front side. Great job by Rudolph. Just subtle movements. Looks like he secures the ball to his body. Not out of the end zone.
Good job by Rudolph to keep that. For a score.
Adding it to his resume, Beth. He's a little bit of a runner now. I like it.
The score on the last drive of the first half, and now they score on the first drive of the second half to open up the lead.
Mason Rudolph getting it done, keeping his eyes downfield, making a big play to one of his favorite targets, Stoner. And I'll tell you what, going out, 50 school records. Young man's having some fun tonight.
Get ready and go. It's game day. So make today one for the books with Camping World, America's #1 RV dealer. Score big on the best tailgating floor plans and save thousands on your favorite manufacturers. Like brand new travel trailers starting at only $109 a month. Plus, don't miss your last chance to enter Camping World's $1 million travel sweepstakes fueled by Good Sam. Instantly win your share of $1 million in prizes.
What happened to that boy?
I'm sure other players have it cranked up to 100. But I'm not doing that. Got my normal settings.
I'm coming.
All the money in the world. Rated R. Now playing. Zaxby's is more than great food. It's flavor that brings people together. It sparks conversations, settles debates, reveals similarities, and puts a smile on everyone's face. Because when you share Zaxby's with your favorite people, it makes life more delicious. Now try our delicious chicken parmesan sandwich meal. And
What the heck do you want me to say, sweetie? I don't know.
It all starts with a wish. The final days of Wishlist are here. Hurry in and sign and drive off in a new Lincoln with 0 down and a complimentary first month's payment.
Wisconsin, Miami, the Capital One Orange Bowl. The Canes look to break out the turnover chain against the Badgers' punishing ground game. The Capital One Orange Bowl, Saturday at 8 on ESPN.
Welcome back to the Camping World Bowl, part of Capital One Bowl Mania. Skyline of downtown Orlando, Florida for the Camping World Bowl, Virginia Tech and Oklahoma State. And the Cowboys have scored on their last 2 possessions to open up a 20-7 lead. Mason Rudolph now 15 of 21, 212 yards through the air, and that touchdown pass a moment ago.
And it really started that with the first series for Oklahoma State's defense. 3 and out. They stop them on 1st and 2nd down, force the ball in the air with Josh Jackson to pass in long distance situation. Now, if I'm Virginia Tech, I will not panic here. You're down 13. You can stick with the game plan, but you must come through at some points on this drive. Oklahoma State on the verge here, maybe potentially opening this thing up.
And Murphy. Capital One Bowl Mania continues tonight at 9 Eastern on ESPN with the Valero Alamo Bowl. David Shaw has been spectacular out on the farm, as has Gary Patterson. Down in Fort Worth. And Virginia Tech fans, of course, just have to remember last year in the Belk Bowl, down by 24 points. They pulled off the biggest comeback in school history to win it and beat Arkansas. Oh, and speak of the devil. Struggles early. They were down 24-0. And then everything changed. What have they got here against Oklahoma State? Deshaun McCleese. Wrapped up by Calvin Bundage out around the 36-yard line and a gain of 5.
And I like the play calling still. You open up with a run, you get 11 yards. So you're still effective running the football. This game's not out of hand, but again, when you get these long drives, Ben, double plays, 10 plays, 11 plays, you've got to make sure you convert. You've seen the fumble early in the game, missed opportunity. Now again, no need to get nervous or be aggressive here. I think Virginia Tech's got to stay within it. force Oklahoma State to be better against the run. If they're not, I continue to hand it off.
Jackson get to the outside. Jordan Brailford ran him down.
Great quickness by Brailford there on the outside, playing defensive end. A smile on his face, having fun. It's nice to see some of these big guys. A junior, 6'3", 250. He's got great movement skills. A local product out of Tulsa. Here we go, Beth. 3rd and 6. Passing situation. Can one of these receivers in a 3-by-1 set get themselves open versus Oklahoma State?
3rd and 6. Just a 3-man pressure. Down the middle, caught at midfield.
Ranger players.
Helmet right on the knee at the end of the play. We'll be back in a moment.
From this moment on, be open to surprises. Let joy run free. Make memories to cherish, because we are the storytellers of life. Explore, plan, and save at visitorlando.com.
Every game day begins somewhere. Franklin American Mortgage. It all begins with home.
Really?
It all starts
Slow down by
with a
10
wish.
miles an hour.
The final days of Wishlist are here. Hurry in and sign and drive off in a new Lincoln with 0 down and a complimentary first month's payment.
I bought a 2017 Subaru Outback at Ultimate Subaru, and it was an SUV with all the bells and whistles that I wanted on it. Most of all, I really like the cruise control. When you're driving too close to another vehicle, it automatically brakes for you. They're beyond cutting edge. They really are. The quality is there. You can feel it when you're driving, and that's important.
Come see Ultimate Subaru during the Subaru Share the Love event, Route 1, Fredericksburg.
When I mentioned UMUC, everybody's eyes lit up in the room because they knew that that program had a good reputation in the industry.
The real-life experience of my teachers at UMUC was absolutely invaluable.
Literally every class that I had applied to what I was doing every day at work. The fact that UMUC is part of the University System of Maryland means that it's a quality education.
Learn how University of Maryland University College can work for you. Visit umuc.edu. The Camping World Bowl, brought to you by Camping World, America's #1 RV retailer since 19...
Bowl parade of bands. Virginia Tech and Oklahoma State, and the injured player was A.J. Green, the Cowboy defensive. Williams.
That's Darius Williams.
The receiver screen, nice cut by Hezekiah Grizzly. All the way down inside the 25, and that was the new safety Morrow who missed him.
And when you come into the game, Beth, you better be. Get up the field. With the poor tackling by Oklahoma State's defense, all Virginia.
All the way down to the 10.
I've been impressed with the police in this game. Started the
There. No way that ball doesn't go further than that. That's just bull crap. Yeah.
Tight end Chris Cunningham lining up in the backfield. McCleese will run his way and
Go!
interrupted by X.
God! Ridiculous. Freaking go anywhere.
nice job by him, and that's what you want to do. You want to push him. When we've seen Oklahoma State win on first down, that's when they've been successful.
And it immediately shot right.
Goal.
There's no freaking way the ball can just shoot right. I don't care how much slope's there. You can't shoot right 2 inches off the club face with a square club face. It's impossible.
Bringing down number 19, Brimsley.
Motions that way. To the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Eric Kuma took it away.
I almost felt like Richard was running around for him, but the long arms and the strength. Number 83, Kuma. That's
Wins the tug of war. 24.
This game sucks. It won't stay streaming. Stream freaking music just fine.
Kelly Blue Book, Tim can get an offer for his old car from his phone. When Tim's ready, he can take it to an instant cash offer dealer to trade in or sell his car for cash. Easy. And get a head start on finding his next car. Until then, Tim's got an offer he can trust.
All without getting out of my chair.
That's the idea. Go to kbb.com and get an instant cash offer for your car today.
New TGI Fridays Big Ribs. Bigger, bolder, meatier. Just $12.99 for a full rack at 2 sides. Get it here or get it to go. He once saved 2 birds with 1 stone.
And he once drove 8 hours in a sidecar just to get to a game. He is Rob Riggle, the most interesting fan of college football. Is that me?
Stay thirsty, mis amigos.
To the Camping World Bowl, part of Capital One Bowl Mania. When your stars like Anthony and Rocky, this is what you get everywhere we travel. They get their own camper to tailgate in and to get ready pregame.
We were looking to make an investment, maybe. Okay, that's what we were doing. We did the walkthrough. Me and Rocky, we liked that particular RV, right, Rocky?
Yeah, what did Cameron Ward tell us? That was the toy hauler, had a place where the bed moves up, you can pull in your motorcycle or your ATV.
Really nice. Tamara Ward, executive VP of Corporate Development. She's the gal to talk to get the deals. That's what I was told. So I gotta butter up a little bit and see if I can get a discount.
We had a great time last night. Special dinner with the athletic directors and the school presidents. Good time was had by, I believe, we count 7 courses.
Plus some dessert.
Ooh, took a little bite out of me, I'm not going to lie.
Well, we had 1 dessert, and I thought we were done, then a second course of desserts came. So I was just, people were pushing the desserts towards me like I wanted some extra. Do I look like a guy that may eat more than 2 courses of dessert?
If you get a chance to sprinkle some pistachio crumbles on a sweet potato gratin, you should do it. 20-14, Oklahoma State scores, Virginia Tech responds in kind. And it's a 1-possession game, 6:24 to go here in the third. Mason Rudolph. Cowboys have scored their last 2 possessions. And another record, what is it, 50-plus now for Mason Rudolph. He broke Brandon Whedon's single season school record for yards in a year.
It's amazing. I mean, that is a tall feat. Just dialed in at the position and throwing strikes. I love the separation. You see Washington so open. He's just so crisp out of his breaks. He's got that space, and he's able to catch a clean ball. It's just a great operation when those two are on the same page.
Rudolph has already broken one of Barry Sanders' school records, responsible for 45 touchdowns.
The wind's at my back.
Coming into the bowl game.
That swing right there still 7-yard.
Had a terrific start in that first quarter. They've been able to hold him in check since. That was Deion Newsom tripping him up.
The heck of a play in the backfield. Deion Newsom coming down, making that play, tripping him up again behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Play action from Rudolph. Going over the top. Watson to the step over the defender, and he is gone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Just a matter of time, Beth. We were waiting. 1 catch for 0 yards in the first half. He's shaking his head. You're right. He should be. Because that's one heck of a job by Mason Rudolph. Perfect ball. I mean, are you not impressed by his deep ball ability, the accuracy that he throws it with, and 65 yards? Unbelievable.
And for James Washington, his 5th touchdown this season of over 60 yards. Rudolph, his 8th touchdown throw this year of 50 or better. And that one didn't take long. Quick straight. Okay, State.
Inside receiver. It just runs by him, and there's no safety help. It looked like corner Reggie Floyd. Just, listen, Washington doesn't have superior speed, but when he's in the game and he's got that motor running, he sees the open area, runs by him. These two are connected for some way, some reason. They've made some big plays over the years, and 2 seniors going out with a bang.
And Oklahoma State has seen that throw all season. Such an impressive ability to just loft the ball just enough and allow his receiver Washington to run underneath it. But from down here tonight, guys, the most impressive thing is seeing he can make every type of throw. A lot of quarterbacks, they can gun one in there, but Mason Rudolph can do it all. He can shoot one out to the outside, but he can also do that nice touch pass with the deep ball.
That is now 2 touchdown drives of over 75 yards in under a minute. 65-yard touchdown toss. Rudolph to Washington. Cowboy fans were finally hoping they'd see 1 or 2 of those today as a send-off, a proper send-off for what they've been able to do over the course of their careers. Javon Quillen is the deep back, and that will go over his head through the back of the end zone. The Progressive Bowl Challenge Cup is here in Orlando at the Camping World Bowl. There's a good look at it. Again, this year, the trophy will be awarded to the conference that has the highest winning percentage in the postseason. And as we take a look at the trophy down on the field tonight, here's a look at this year's standings as they stand to date. You see the ACC and the Big 12 are both 2-2. Big 10 with a couple of wins at the top. The SEC, the one loss, they're just getting started. They have 8 bowls remaining. Of course, Clemson out of the ACC, the number 1 seed in the playoff. Oklahoma out of the Big 12, the 2 seed in the playoff.
And someone's got to figure out a way to get some juice back in this Virginia Tech sideline. After that touchdown, they were fired up. The Virginia Tech faithful behind them, behind the bench there, really into that game. Then Mason Rudolph just sucked all that energy back out. They got to find a way to get some back here.
You got to have a short-term memory when you play Oklahoma State, right? They're going to make plays. I mean, you can't just completely shut them down. You got to make sure they don't make them every single drive when they get the football. But again, you're still in this football game if you have a chance, but you've got to make sure you answer every score. If not, they're that fast that they can score at any moment.
No receiver screen there to Phil Patterson. They bring up 3rd down. And a 3rd and 7 from their own 27.
Haven't seen pressure on 3rd down yet. A lot of coverage. Again, forcing the receivers to make plays. Can these 4 defensive linemen disrupt the throwing lanes of Josh Jackson?
Jackson steps up, he'll run for it, and he'll get it. Out of bounds at the 36-yard line and a gain of 8.
Well, when you have a mobile quarterback, if you don't lose gap integrity, you see 2 guys next to each other on the right, and that gap opens up, it makes it easy for the quarterback to run the football down the field. So as much as you want to get up the field, you've got to maintain your gap integrity so that those lanes do not open up.
And Oklahoma State still working without its 2 starting corners, Williams and Green, out right now. Deshaun McCleese is the offset back. McCleese with a nice burst across midfield and into Cowboy territory down to the 46.
He's been special tonight. I really like this guy. I mean, he is like a ball of fire coming out of that backfield. As soon as he gets that handoff, he is churning his legs. up and down the field, 6.6 yards average here tonight. Just a few yards under 100 yards. He's been a difference maker, changing the field so far in the second half for this team.
Good ran for 18 there. On 1st and 10, an 8-yard link with Grimsley from Josh Jackson. 11 for 19 now for Josh. Three minutes to go here in the third. Oklahoma State has scored on its last 3 possessions. Virginia Tech trying to keep up. Jackson will run. Get back to the line of scrimmage, and there's a flag down behind it. And it will be against Virginia Tech.
Holding. Offense number 74. 10 yards from the previous 5. Repeat second down.
Braxton Pfaff, the right guard.
He seems to disagree with that call, throwing his hands up. Again, second and long. It's an opportunity for Oklahoma State in a potential passing situation here to defend up and try to hold them here. If they can get them and keep them in 3rd and long, they get the advantage, but they must have a stop on second down.
Jackson will roll. Incomplete. Ramon Richards had his hands on it for Oklahoma State.
He's all over it.
And there you go. Push-ups.
Yeah, well, he remembered the last one he should have had in the end zone when it got pulled away from him. That one right there makes a great play on the football, anticipating this. Comes off his guy and jumps back. 2 receivers kind of in the same spot, Beth. I'm not quite sure that's the distribution and routes you want to have, but he's able to play in space on both sides to make a great play.
Trey Flowers is his buddy that came over and made him do push-ups for the drop.
Hold him accountable.
Yeah, 3rd and 12. Jackson with the time. And now running out of it. Ball down by Jordan Brailford, and it's 4th down.
Brailford coming on here. See some speed and quickness chasing down the quarterback. Forcing 4th down. They had an underneath route, but it wasn't going to be enough to get the 1st down, Beth. Josh Jackson trying to find an open receiver. Great coverage on 3rd and long by Oklahoma State's defense. Always be prepared, Beth, for fakes.
And here is one. Chase Luba will throw it. It is caught. A 1st down, Virginia Tech.
I don't want to say I sniffed that out, but in a situation like this, you got a couple weeks to prepare. You got to know the situation. The normal punter wasn't in the game there. So you got to understand who that number is. Number 95 comes in.
Chase Luba up to Anthony Shagad.
Makes a nice pass there. I'll tell you, that was a perfectly timed play. Oklahoma State not ready for it.
22 yards to keep this drive alive. McLeese. And with that carry, McLeese should go over 100 yards.
He's tough to tackle, man. I tell you, he is so fast through the line of scrimmage. Level of the defense. I mean, he is showing out today for Virginia Tech at the running back.
How can it be this slow? Ridiculous. Medium anywhere else, and I'm flying by the hole with that whole time. Holy smoke.
So maybe a place for Peoples at a bigger back. He's doing the same thing, and it's effective inside.
Ridiculous.
spinning in the backfield, and he's got the first down.
This is freaking stupid.
One thing about McLeese with his 5'9" size, there's maybe a stretch. He kind of gets down. He can hide behind those offensive linemen. Then he has the quickness. Once he sees the daylight, boom, he just hits it. It's hard to find.
Sophomore out of Chesapeake, Virginia. His carries have gone up the last few games. Only played one game last year, was out with a shoulder injury. Jackson, incomplete, looking for Patterson.
Win on first down. I'll be honest with you, I would have rather seen a run there. They've been having some success on first down runs. I know they've done it. They've continued to do it, and they've shown it, but they haven't been stopped on it. Now it's 2nd and 10. You could run it here, potentially get some yards, but
that right there is
potentially if they're passing down now, you start this series off with 2 passes. It's not what Virginia Tech has done in this game.
As Rocky Borman looks on from beyond the end zone, the 12th play of this drive for Virginia Tech. It's more McLeese, tackled by Darius Curry, and that'll probably take care of the third quarter.
Yeah.
To the fourth we go. Camping World Bowl here in Orlando, and Oklahoma State takes the lead into the last 27-14. Virginia Tech driven.